Hello and welcome to another episode of From No Crypto to No Crypto. This is the Crypto Coach, Blockchain Wayne, with another cryptocurrency podcast. Today's episode brought to us by Unchained Education, featured in Blockchain Training Academy, cryptocurrency and blockchain education for the masses. And it's also brought to us by Concierge Club, mobile private key wallet, and point of sale solution. So today I want to talk about a topic that's been on my mind for a little while, and it's really about crypto community. Now, let's face it, cryptocurrency and blockchain, I mean, we're in the early stages of it. Now, there's some amazing facts to look at when it comes to it, right? Cryptocurrency prices have been very volatile, up or down. At the time of recording this, they're actually down, in a big dip. But when you look at it, there's a lot of positive things going on. Over $700 billion has been spent on blockchain and cryptocurrency development over the last couple years. So that's a huge number. When you think about it, these companies would not be pouring money into the space if they did not see the future of it. But one of the things that's important is to find a community, right? Most people's problem is, where do I learn? Where do I learn what to do? And if you fall in with the wrong groups, the wrong communities, you'll get sucked into cryptocurrency scams. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, only because it's related to some red flags when you're looking at communities. And there's different social media platforms where you can follow people. Now, of course, crypto Twitter is all over the place, and it's just regular Twitter. You just follow the crypto hashtags or a lot of the spaces. There's some good information in there, but you got to sift through a lot. There's no tight-knit community. You go over to Facebook, and there's quite a few different crypto groups. Many of them are laced with scams. And let's face it, I mean, scammers are joining the groups every day. And some of the groups have some great protocols in place to try to prevent that. And as soon as they notice something, they'll delete it and block the person that may be posting the scam stuff. But, it's not foolproof. So a couple of things I want to recommend is that you jump in from a digital space. At minimum on Facebook is follow. There's a couple of groups that I'm going to recommend. One of the groups being Crypto Coin Trader. Now, Crypto Coin Trader is a huge group, over 113,000 members right now. I'm one of the moderators in that group. We control a lot of the content just to make sure that people aren't being scammy. But it is a great source. There's people that share charts. There's a lot of information. Now, there's always some crap posts in there that you got to, kind of sort through. To find the good content, but there's a lot of knowledgeable people in that group. Now, that's a good start. That gives you a huge, group to get in. A couple, one of the other ones I would say that is fairly decent with that would be Crypto Warriors. That's another group you can find, another large group. But you also want to join some smaller, intimate groups. And when I say that, there's actually one right now that I'm a part of that I post to every day, and it's a friend of mine, Bilal, has started a blockchain training academy. And just recently I merged Unchained University, which was my education platform, with his because our visions aligned, and he's got a big vision for this thing to kind of spread this thing across the world. And he's, doing great things with it. So I jumped in. So that group would be BTA, the initials for Blockchain Training Academy, BTA Community Hub. It's open. That one's open to anybody. And find that group, and that's a smaller group, just hit about 1,000 members. But our goal is not to grow that thing to 100,000 plus members overnight, because most of the time when those things happen, our groups grow like that fast. It's because of the hype. It's because of a lot of volatility, and then usually when the market goes bearish again, everybody's in their feelings, and it can get kind of negative. But this is centered around education. Education is the key. So I had a vision a while back that I wanted to create an educational platform that taught people about cryptocurrency, about blockchain. That way, regardless of what the price is doing day to day, you understand the long-term implications that cryptocurrency and blockchain have from a positive standpoint, from a freedom standpoint, from banking the unbanked, taking some of that freedom back that we have in control of our money and the way we see overall markets manipulated, getting involved in a space where it fosters community work and decentralization. And that's really what they have to offer. So took that vision after, launching that after a few months. Bilal and I spoke and decided to merge it with Blockchain Training Academy. So it's something that we're looking to do to bring cryptocurrency and blockchain to the masses. And, the purpose of this podcast is not to promote it, but I will tell you this, it's something that we offer where it's, it could be $10 a month, $100 a year, or $300 lifetime. But once you get in, you also get a referral link. So as friends want to learn about cryptocurrency and blockchain, you can refer them and earn 70% of the referral at this time. So say you refer somebody and they pay the $10 a month. Every month you're gonna get paid that $7. So that's just one aspect of it. And the reason there's a cost is because a lot of time is put in. And you see what happens in a lot of free groups and free channels. There's really, people don't value what's free. They value when they have to pay for it. But also people are putting in their time or effort. So if you find someone else out there that's creating great content and it's on a channel where you have the option to tip them, like Patreon or one of those other channels where you can do that, reward people for their content if you're getting value out of it. That's always something that I felt is important. So many people are looking for a free handout, and the quality and what you're gonna value out of it is not there in those free platforms. Those are a great start, but eventually you want to get in and invest in your education. So join those communities. And then the next thing you want to do is go through, whether it's Meetup app or whether it's Facebook events, and look for events that are going on in your areas, right? Find out about meetups, right? Different cryptocurrencies have chapters that teach people about crypto in general, whatever their protocol may be. I am a part of helping out with Tezos NOLA right now, which is out of New Orleans. So we do meetups, on a regular basis, going to be very regular going forward. We actually have one, the day of recording this, we've got one tonight in New Orleans. And it's just to build that crypto community, to find out, get around people where you can learn something from. And that's one thing I've always done in life, was I understood if there were certain things I wanted to learn, I needed to put myself around the people that knew what I wanted to learn. So, and that's evolved over time, because prior to cryptocurrency, it was different aspects of business and life that I wanted to learn. So I put myself in a position to learn from those people. When I got into cryptocurrency, it was no different. I was seeking out the people that had information, that knew what I was looking to learn, and that I could really learn from. And that's going to help you along the journey, versus you join a crypto group that blew up overnight because the market was hot. And then as soon as the market turns bearish again, because let's face it doesn't go up forever and it doesn't go down forever. But when it's going down, people can be the most negative. When they're upside down on it, when they've maybe bought at the top or near the top of a certain trend, then when they're negative on their investment and they don't see the long-term potential, people can turn negative real quick. So make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people. Now with that, let's talk about cryptocurrency scams. So there's a lot of groups out there that you could get in that may target you for scams. And let's face it, most of the bot programs out there that people are offering you to invest and have a bot trade for you are not really legit. Let's face it, there is the capability now to where you can create an account on an exchange and put your crypto into that account, a legitimate exchange that may have been around for a while, and create an API key to where you don't have to send your cryptocurrency to anybody else to trade for you, but you can create an API key. And with an API key, it allows allows you to give access. And so, for instance, for the one that the only one I participate in, I create an API key. I send it to the person, which a friend of mine is one of the ones behind the company. They trade off of that API key, which they have the ability to buy and sell within that account, but they don't have the ability to withdraw. So the only person that's able to take the funds out is myself. And then whatever the percentage is that's earned, that's, you can either pay up front. Some companies have you pay up front, or other ones will have you pay a percentage of the weekly profit, right? Which is perfectly legit, but you control your money. So I said all that to say there's companies out there that are scammers out there that are promoting these bots where you send them their money and send them your cryptocurrency and they'll manage it for you and they pay you back little by little. Those are all Ponzi scams. There's nothing out there like that that's legit. Mining companies, there's a lot of scammers out there promoting mining companies. Let's face it, mining is a tough game, and the only way mining, I say right now, is legit is if you have your own equipment. If you have your own equipment, you can mine. Now, whether there's ways to mine with CPUs, GPUs, and also ASICs, the big ASIC miners that's used to mine Bitcoin. But there's really nothing legit like this cloud mining where you can you can just send money and they'll pay you a percentage of mining every day. That's just also been developed into scams. I haven't really seen anything that's legit out there in the mining space. And then there's also some quote unquote wallets, right? Cloud Token was one of the most famous ones recently. Talked about it when it first came out. So many red flags. Looks like it was a scam. When you dug deeper and looked at some of the movement, some of the tracking, some of the crypto through the blockchain tracking, you could see that there was a lot of issues with that program, to where you weren't really they made you think your crypto was safe by sending it to their wallet, and then they had this AI bot that they plugged into it that traded for you, and just ridiculous, saying people saying you were getting anywhere from 6 to 15% a week. Let's face it, it's not sustainable. So eventually, the company got to the point where people were having trouble with payouts. And look, it's still around. There's still people promoting it, but it is going to collapse. A lot of people have already been burned on it, and that's just one example, because it wasn't the first. Right before that, there was Plus Token, and you look back several years. So basically, let's just say this: any crypto program that says you can send them your money, send them your cryptocurrency, and they're going to pay you so much a day or so much a week or so much a month, percentage guaranteed, you can pretty much forget about it. And anyone that says they're going to be mining for you, you can forget about it. It's not anything that's legitimate in mining is not very profitable unless you have your own equipment, right? So there's all those things out there. Just beware of those in the groups, because as you start to learn more and try to learn more about cryptocurrency within the cryptocurrency communities, even in legitimate groups, there's sometimes scammers can sneak by with profiles that look legit, and then they'll send you messages wanting you to do this and do that. If somebody messages you to invest and you don't know them, stay away, right? Don't let your greed blind you from the red flags that, this is not possible. Let's face it, if some of these companies could legitimately earn the percentages that they say they're earning on that big of a scale, then they wouldn't need any outside investments. So said all that to say, make sure you're protecting yourself, but get involved in those crypto communities. Go to meetups, go to events. There's different places. There's some events that charge $500 to $1,000 plus to get in, and those may not be events you want to really go to, but there's a lot of educational events out there, a lot of cryptocurrency companies that are trying to spread the word. I mean, let's face it, for mass adoption, we need people to understand cryptocurrency, understand how it works, understand how it can benefit their business. The implications of blockchain and smart contracts and different things can impact so many different businesses. But the only way to get there is to get past that stigma of most cryptocurrency programs out there are scams, and also get past the fact that people don't understand how can something that's not tangible, that you don't physically touch or have, how can it have value, right? And that's where we got to, work on educating people. And if you're in this space and you're trying to learn, make sure you're jumping into some of those communities. So just to rehash, Crypto Coin Trader is a group I recommend you join. It is something that we are constantly, we have a group of about 25 moderators. We talk daily on things we can do to add value to the group. Anybody's allowed to post, but make sure if you post, it's going to add content, or if you have questions, it's okay to ask questions. Except for the fact of what should I buy, because we want, nobody's in there to give financial advice. It's all about teaching you how to educate yourself and learn as you go. So Crypto Coin Trader, the other one, like I said, is BTA Community Hub. And I'm going to put links to these groups. If you're listening, the links are going to be in the description of this podcast, so you'll be able to click on those to check them out. BTA Community Hub is a smaller, more intimate group, and we've got multiple people going live every day. And that's just a group of people that are dedicated to advancing the space, driving blockchain and cryptocurrency education, and we've all united. A lot of us were doing our own thing over time, and we've united to kind of build that brand to drive, education and awareness to this, because it's only going to grow as more companies start to see the need for this. They're going to want to get involved as more people see the impact this can have globally, and not just on your local microeconomy, but globally. Then you're going to understand why this is an important space to be in. So get in there, get plugged in, and learn from those. So search meetups, see if there's any cryptocurrency meetups around you. They may be tied to a certain cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Dash or Lisk or Tezos. There's a lot of different ones. The one I work with is Tezos. But just get in there. It doesn't matter if the only cryptocurrency you know about or understand or think is worth anything is Bitcoin. You can still go to those other cryptocurrency meetups to learn about different things. A lot of the people in those spaces, including myself, got introduced into crypto by, getting into Bitcoin and understanding, learning about that. And, I'm not saying that Bitcoin is the one and only, but there's other cryptocurrencies out there that could have some good use case, some good implementation. But you got to learn about those and see what those are before you can make those decisions. And some people just will read an article about a cryptocurrency and either hate it or fall in love with it and become like a maximalist when it comes to that one cryptocurrency. And that's where I would challenge you to get into the community and learn about all these other things, different things that you can learn about. But any cryptocurrency meetup, let's just put it this disclaimer, any meetup that is asking you to make an investment or invest or buy, you may want to avoid that. But at least you go out there, you got the information, you know what not to do. Because let's face it, these meetups like with Tezos, we're not telling you to buy Tezos. We're just telling you what Tezos is, what is cryptocurrency, what is important with cryptocurrency, what is important, what is Tezos doing in that space. And there's no financial benefit for you investing with us. So if there's people that are posting like a referral link or link for you to join or invest in their cryptocurrency company, then chances are that's probably a scam. But you can go to From No Crypto to No Crypto Facebook page and send a message. And if you got a question about a company you've been looking into or someone approached you about it and you're just not sure, send a message and we can look at it. Just this past week, I had several people reach out about different questions and things to make sure they weren't getting scammed. And that's what we need to do to protect everybody. So that's it for today's podcast, and we will catch you on the next episode.